The biggest misconceptions that people have about online sales and marketing is that it's a way of controlling people and making people do what we want, that we're making people decide to buy from us, that we're moving them along a path to control their decisions, and that business owners and business leaders and that good success comes from our ability to control and make people do what we want. That's a big misconception, and that might come in for you because maybe you experienced in your life a situation where somebody had the ability to control and make you do things. Oftentimes in those situations, it's because of contractual agreements, or to be honest, could be from intimidation, manipulation, or just downright abusive tactics that people are using. And to be honest, yes, you can scare people and threaten people into taking action and doing something, but that's not ethical. It's not moral. It's not a good way of doing things. And ultimately that might get you a little bit of success, but in the end, you're going to fall flat and be left hanging, not successful, not enjoying life, and not happy with the results that you got. And so we have to get out of our head this idea that as business owners, we're trying to learn how to control and make other people do what we want. We want to learn about influence. This is not the same as manipulation. This is not the same as control. This is not the same as coercion. Persuasion and influence are the two things that I love studying, and the nuanced differences between manipulation and coercion. What are the differences between these? Persuasion and influence are where we are showing somebody options and helping them make the best decision and leading them to do that. But ultimately, the power is still in the hands of the person making that decision. And that, my friends, is a business that long-term produces a lot of results. If you're just trying to backdoor bring people in by coercing them and scaring them into purchasing from you, deceptive marketing tactics, all of this type of stuff, and yes, this exists in the marketplace, you're going to struggle with that, and you're going to struggle to sustain it, because anything that's built from that, you're going to have to keep doing that and up the ante further and further to sustain it. And ultimately that becomes a con, that becomes something that is unethical, that becomes something that is not a good thing in business. And so we have to get out of our heads this idea of control, controlling people, even controlling employees, controlling prospects, controlling, manipulating, and persuading people are very different things. We don't want to make anybody do what we want. That's not your goal as a business owner. You want to help people make the decision for themselves, which is why we need to come from a place of service, not a place of forcefulness, not a place of trying to make anybody do what we want, but rather we're serving people to help make the best decision for themselves. So what does that look like? Well, that looks like if I have a product that truly helps people, then I'm going to show them what they need to see to make that best decision. I'm going to lead with what they want to lead them to buy from me by the way that I frame it that is relevant to them. And that starts by caring about other people. That starts by having empathy for other people. That starts by validating other people's problems and issues to then lead them to make those decisions. The difference between some of these other old school forceful tactics in business that a lot of people have used over the years: one, the world's waking up; two, people are recognizing that stuff is crap; three, people don't want to do business with people that do that. Sure, that might have worked 10 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. It might work on you, and that might be the reason why you're trying to learn those ways of doing business. It doesn't work anymore. It's not sustainable. You have to learn how to connect with what people want, have compassion, have empathy for what they're dealing with, for what people are going through, to influence people to make the best decision for themselves. And in that, you also want to give people the opportunity to say no. You're not trying to make a no into a yes. You're actually looking for no. That's the paradigm shift in all of this. And a great book that talks about this is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. He was an FBI hostage negotiator that talked about how to negotiate things, how to persuade, how to influence people, but in a way that gives them the opportunity. It leads with no to get people to, that's right, and that's what I want. And so the idea is we're not trying to make anybody do what we want. It's a form of leadership. We're leading people to make those decisions for themselves by empowering them to be able to say no, to get out of it, because we don't want to work with anybody that's not a good fit. Now that we have algorithms on social media, now that we know how to write copy, we create offers that connect with our buyers. We don't need to use any of these old school, just downright dirty, nasty, yucky tactics that people used years ago. And so it's not worth it. You will be shooting yourself in the foot if you're trying to make and control people to make decisions to buy from you. If you're trying to make and control even your staff or your employees or your friends or your family or anybody in your life. But when you learn how to understand other people, when you learn how to communicate with other people in a way that they feel cared for, they feel understood, they can sense that you're coming from a place of kindness and service, not control, manipulation, and coercion, people want to do business with you. That attracts more business to you. And so again, you may be wanting to learn these quote unquote dark arts of trying to sell online, but I'd really challenge you to get it out of your head that those are good things to do and start focusing on what are the ways that you can help serve your target customer. What are the ways that you can help give people value and meet them where they're at? You are going to exponentially produce far greater results doing that in business than trying to make or control anybody by these tactics of the past, by these tactics of force and bullying and manipulation that people have relied on for years in business. I don't teach any of those. I'm not going to teach any of those to anybody. If you're looking for somebody to show you how to make anybody buy from you, I'm not going to do that because I don't do that and I will never be doing that. But what I do know how to do is help you frame your offers, create offers that connect with people, that bring value, that bring goodwill, that people like, that people want to do business with you, that people want to work with you, that are ethical, that have integrity, that are upright, that are good and bringing good things to people's lives and improving their lives after they work with you. If your goal is just to make a sale and manipulate and convince somebody to buy from you, you're not really going to resonate with what I teach and what I help people do. But if you're somebody that wants to learn how to connect with people, how to lead people to make the right decision for themselves in business, how to connect with people that are going to buy from you to help them see the positive value that you're presenting so that they're making the decision. You're building trust with those people. They're buying from you because they trust you, because it's a good experience, because they're seeing case studies, because you're serving people in a positive way. There's no gaming the system with that. There's nothing that can tear you down with that. You're not trying to just make, bait and switch, sleight of hand stuff type go on in your business that way. That's the old school way of doing things, and we just got to stop doing that. There's a better way, and the better way is meeting people where they're at, connecting with people, connecting with buyers, connecting with interested parties, connected with people that are going to purchase from you to help them and empower them to make the most positive decision for their life and to help them see that by the value that you're presenting with the solutions that you offer. And so if you need some help with this, again, check out the book, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. I highly recommend it to everybody that I work with as a way of learning how to sell, how to communicate, how to talk powerfully, and how to posture yourself in business in a way that's from a leadership standpoint of goodness rather than how do I make somebody do what I want. That's going to help you with influence and with persuasion to close more sales. The book, Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. I'm going to leave a link in this post for you to help you find where to get that book. See? This post, my whole goal with it was to help lead you to make a decision to check out a book that's going to help you. And that's what we did right here in this video. So click the link, grab the book. I think you're going to love it.